And I think let's get off of this. Oh no. And I think we are live. So I'm just going to go to this. And Shure Next is a thing. Hashtag Shure Next. This is the MV7 podcast microphone unveiling today. And this is a big one. I thought they were going to have like a presentation or something like that. I even signed up for it thinking there's going to be some video they were going to be doing. Turns out, no, they weren't going to be doing a video. They were just going to release it. And actually earlier than I expected. Now, this is going to be interesting because they obviously modeled it after the SM7B. And they even said it's inspired by the legendary SM7B. It's the MV7, a dynamic mic with both USB and XLR outputs. This is an interesting choice by Shure, going with the straight-up podcast solution for a microphone. Now, up until, well, I guess still, the SM in the Shure microphone lineup has always stood for studio microphone. So studio microphone 7B was the SM7B, or studio microphone 58 or 57. This one doesn't have SM in it, and I wonder if that's kind of a nod to the fact that it's not a studio microphone. Obviously, you can see the price is a lot lower than what all the other SM microphones are, especially the SM7B. The SM58 comes in quite a bit lower than this. So I guess there's going to be some more quality to this, I hope. I'm wondering, frankly, whether or not they're going to be running with the SM58 and SM7B capsule. Now, the SM58's capsule is slightly different from the SM7B, but the SM7B kind of has what you would call I don't know, a tweaked capsule. Like, it's the same, but there's been a few things that have just kind of been tweaked on it. The MV7, however, does look to have a lot of similar stuff, but they're not really showing much about it. They've got reviews up already. No, they don't even have 4.8 out of 5. That's somebody's reviewed it at 4.8, I guess. Other than that, though, doesn't really look to have a whole lot of information on exactly what's going on with the microphone. Now, if you do want to order this, it does come in a couple different styles and a couple different bundles. Let's see first. Not much, really. It's got a 3.5 millimeter phone jack, headphone jack. That's kind of cool, I guess. You can monitor if you're using the USB. Don't let the USB connection fool you, though. It's an MV7. It's a professional dynamic microphone. So this is kind of I guess, a cheapened down broadcast mic. It's also going to have a Motive app for desktop, which allows you to access the additional features. This auto level mode is interesting. I know there's a lot of people that might have a hard time with leveling and stuff like that in post. You have voice tones, distance from the microphone, and you can adjust your level in real time for a consistent output. That's interesting. Now, you can also have it in manual mode, which I know there's going to be a lot of purists out there that are going to prefer that. You can adjust mic gain, monitor mix, EQ, limiter, compression, and more. This is going to be interesting. I want to see how a lot of this comes out. I'm still waiting on mine. We'll talk about that in a few seconds. But, okay, here's a little bit more voice isolation technology. This is something we saw in graphics cards recently. The RTX 2000 kicked off with a voice isolation thing that was phenomenal, and you could see a lot of creators playing with it to see how good it was. The problem with it, though, is it took up a whole bunch of graphical compute power. So you could run it, but then could you run and stream a game at the same time? Not really. So having that inside a Shure microphone might be good. I guess we'll find out. Motive apps we talked about, customizable sound signatures, which is very interesting, considering the SM7B is considered like the sound signature broadcast microphone of all time. So I wonder how much they're willing to step away from that when you consider that's one of the top. Very, very cool, but also, is that the right move considering what the SM7B is? I guess we'll find out. Optimized mic position presets, built-in headphone monitoring, all that fun stuff. Now, getting down to what you can actually order. Yeah, you can buy the mic black with an on-stage desktop stand. So it's probably like just a small little stand. They got a tripod. They're not really showing it here. I do like the silver version. Not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. It comes with the micro B to USB A and USB C cable, so you get two cables in there. That's pretty cool as well. They do have the K&M boom arm. So B&M boom, K&M boom. So lots of different options here, depending on what you want to get. I'm guessing people that are just starting out a podcast are probably going to get desktop or the boom arm. You know, you have to do what you have to do. The little tripod there, they're not really showing what it looks like, but see, the only thing they have is a lightning motive accessory cable for accessories. I'm sure more of those will pour out as they go, but for the most part, I think this is the one I'm going to be aiming for, the silver one. Now, I was saying that I do have mine on the way, and that is true. I do actually have one coming from Shure at some point. Now, I've got to go through a Canadian distributor, which can be frustrating because when you go in to actually pay for it, if you're in Canada, it does not ship to this area yet. So maybe the rollout will be a little bit later than usual. I guess we'll find out at some point over the next. Oh, there you go. There's the boom arm and the headphones, the professional series headphones. The SRH 440s. That's, by the way, the ones I use here. That's a great price for all that, by the way. If you were to go $399 for the microphone, the boom, microphone, I'm guessing that's the cable, SRH 440s black, and the mic, that would be a great price, $400. These headphones are phenomenal. They're great. They're the best thing I've bought for my studio. Let's see if we can see some of those. Oh yeah. So the little stage stand. Okay, boom arm. Where's the tripod? Oh, that's cute. That's a cute little tripod. I do prefer tripods for mic stands rather than the weighted bass stand. One is the weighted bass stand's heavy, and it can be a real pain in the butt to move around your desk and to try to keep your desk free of clutter. But a nice tripod, you're not going to knock a mic over all that easy, and it's going to be a little bit of a better experience on your desk. I do really like that silver, though. I think that's sharp. I like the fact that it's kind of modeled after the SM7B is cool. I do, however, a little disappointed the wire that's going in between where the XLR connection is on the SM7B, which is up here, isn't on this microphone. So it's kind of I guess it's fair. This is a cute little microphone, though. There you go. There's the back end of it with the headphone jack. This looks like the next iteration of the SM7B, kind of. So let me know down in the comments how you're liking it. Now, I would like to be checking out some of the comments, but I don't have a second screen set up here. Anyways, that's it for this video. Let me know if you're going to be ordering this, which one you are going to be ordering. And I will have a microphone shootout coming as soon as I can. So stay tuned for that. Cheers, and I'll see you